Thank you for tuning in to Tanaka TV, people. The best and future biggest fight channel on YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like, that comment, that subscribe button. We're trying to get this channel to over 2K subs by the end of the year, and we cannot do that. This channel cannot do that without your support. We are currently sitting at 1,160 subs. So we can do it. We can do it, but we cannot do it without you. So thank you guys. Thank you. Now, let's get into this Jon Jones performance that we have all just witnessed. Now, I think a lot of us expected this fight to go in Jon Jones' hands. Now, we didn't know how it was going to go. We didn't know when it was going to go, but we knew where it was going to go. And that is Jon Jones being victorious. Now, I think we all expected it because of the current version and age of where Stipe Miocic is at. And that doesn't take away from what Jon Jones has done. But I think if we're talking about Stipe Miocic when he was even in his early 30s, that this fight could have been probably more competitive. Now, I did see little glimpses of Stipe Miocic landing some good shots, having good footwork. It by no means was like how we saw with Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, okay? I'll get into that in a whole nother video. But Jon Jones, in my mind, and in many people's eyes, is the GOAT. He is the greatest fighter to ever grace the octagon, and he is not outside of his prime yet. He's just not. How old is Jon Jones? He's what, 36, 37 years old, and he's going up against a Stipe Miocic who is in his 40s. So we don't have a prime Stipe Miocic, unfortunately, anymore. And I know a lot of people are saying Jon Jones, he's ducking Tom Aspinall. Jon Jones just wants the smaller guy and the guy who is more susceptible to Jon Jones grappling and Alex Pereira. I do think that you are right about one thing. He is going for the guy who is probably the easier fight in Alex Pereira. Alex Pereira is a smaller guy. Alex Pereira doesn't have the tools, in my mind, to defend against Jon Jones' grappling arsenal. I mean, what you saw him do against Stipe Miocic, when he was able to take down Stipe and pretty much maul him on the ground. It was at a point to where you were like, Stipe, please don't get on the ground because Jon Jones is just going to dominate you there, which is a big statement. It's a huge statement because Stipe is not a slouch on the ground. But Stipe is usually the guy who is controlling the pace and the damage on the ground. Jon Jones made it look easy. The elbows he was landing, the strikes he was landing, that ultimately led to his victory when he landed that spinning back kick right to the ribs, which folded Stipe, and right there it was the end. So what will we want to see next from Jon Jones? Again, as I said in the last video, I don't think Jon Jones is ducking Tom Aspinall. I've been seeing that so much. Jon Jones is ducking Tom Aspinall. Jon Jones just wants the easier fight. He is not ducking. Because have you seen Jon Jones's record? Have you seen the guys that he's gone up against? And maybe you could say, oh, well, Jon Jones is older now, and Jon Jones, can't hang with the younger guys and the more dangerous guys. But my mindset around this is Tom Aspinall more dangerous than Alex Pereira? A lot of you are calling for Alex Pereira to be the most dangerous guy in the UFC right now. Maybe there is a weight discrepancy. I get that. Maybe there is a discrepancy against Alex Pereira when it comes to that grappling game. But is there a discrepancy when it comes to the striking danger and potential that Alex Pereira holds in his fist, in his knees, in his legs? Damn sure there's not. So you got to take into account that Alex Pereira is not by any means a walk in the park for anybody. But on the other hand, I do understand that Jon Jones is a terrible matchup for Alex Pereira. But you also have to keep in mind that Jon Jones is a terrible matchup for everybody, including Tom Aspinall. Yes, Tom Aspinall is the younger guy. Yes, he is running off of a bunch of momentum. But is Jon Jones not running off of a bunch of momentum? Is Jon Jones not the more experienced fighter? Is Jon Jones not outside of still what I consider to be his prime? And he proved that. He proved that. The technique, the fight IQ that Jon Jones went in there with, he fought perfectly. And I saw the interview that Jon Jones had. He had maybe like a little bit of swelling under his eye. But it almost looks like he didn't even get into a fight with the best heavyweight of all time. You can't take that away from Jon. Stipe is still a dangerous guy. Stipe can still beat the majority of the heavyweight division. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? When you look at the heavyweight division right now, people, how competitive can Stipe still be outside of Jon Jones? Would you like to see Stipe versus Tom Aspinall? Who do you think will win that? Do you think it will be a walk in the park for Tom? Maybe it would be. Maybe. But if we're not talking Tom Aspinall, if we're not talking Jon Jones, I would put my money on Stipe. And we've got to keep that in mind. We cannot allow the narrative of Jon Jones ducking Tom Aspinall take away the greatness and the danger that Stipe Miocic holds. Am I making sense here, people? Am I making sense? Because I feel like I'm cooking right now. So, Jon Jones has stated that he would like Alex Pereira next. And from what I've taken from what Jon Jones has said after his post-fight press conference, that he wants pretty much Alex Pereira or nothing at all. That he basically has no interest in Tom Aspinall. Now, I will be real. I will side with you guys who are saying he's ducking Tom Aspinall in one aspect. I do believe that Jon Jones's excuse or his reasoning for not fighting Tom Aspinall is poor. On one end, I do feel like maybe Jon Jones fighting Tom Aspinall wouldn't overall be the best for his legacy. If you're looking down the line of killers that Jon Jones has beat and you see Stipe, and then you see that he beats Alex Pereira, do you think that that will weigh more than if you saw Stipe than Tom Aspinall? You have to think about what Alex Pereira has accomplished and what he has been doing in his own right. Alex Pereira is a world beater right now. Alex Pereira is a superstar right now. Jon Jones is a superstar right now. Would you consider Tom Aspinall a superstar right now? I don't know. But to take a world beater in Alex Pereira, who's beaten Izzy, and in a lot of people's minds owns Izzy, even though he lost to Izzy, owns Izzy, has been dominating everybody pretty much he fights. And then you take Jon Jones. You take two special individuals and you collide them together. That's huge for Jon Jones' legacy. It's huge. And maybe Jon Jones can take on both. Maybe he can beat both Tom Aspinall and Alex Pereira, and then he walks off into the sunset. Maybe. But if we're talking about who is next, I'm not surprised that he goes for Alex Pereira. And would you go for Alex Pereira next if you were in Jon Jones' position? I don't know. Which one yields the most worth out of legacy? Which one yields the most worth out of compensation? I think Alex Pereira is a strong argument. However, I don't like that Jon Jones has said about Tom Aspinall that he doesn't want to fight Tom because he's annoying and that he doesn't like Tom Aspinall. In my mind, Jon, you could shut up Tom Aspinall just by beating him. You could. And Dana White has said that he does not want Alex Pereira to be the next opponent unless Jon Jones pushes for it. And Jon Jones is pushing for it. So that's who I see will be the next guy to fight Jon Jones. Alex Pereira, and boy, would that be a huge fight. You better believe I'm tuning in. You'd be a fool if you didn't tune in. So comment down below, people, what you think about this. What you think about Jon Jones' performance. Who would you want Jon Jones to fight next, Tom Aspinall or Alex Pereira? Do you think it's a smart move for Jon Jones? Because a lot of people are saying, oh, he's just trying to protect his legacy. He's just trying to protect his record. Why wouldn't you? If you were Jon Jones, why wouldn't you? You've got to put yourself in Jon Jones' shoes. That's just my food for thought, people. So, comment down below, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.